Hi, dear ones. Happy full super moon in Sagittarius eclipse. This is quite the wild astrological ride we're on right now. It's actually going to be tomorrow morning at 5:15 Eastern time, the full moon, and I believe the eclipse follows like 4 minutes later. And it is a blood moon eclipse, which means the sun will obscure the view of the moon and will look red to us here on Earth. So it has kind of a scary sounding name, but it is really truly a very potent astrological aspect and happening. So, illumination, I think it would be called. So, it is something to be aware of in your life. Eclipses are portals, they are portals of change, they are openings in which a path can be made for us to open a way to something we've been wanting and desiring, but sometimes getting there can be a little tumultuous. And there's so many other astrological things happening at the same time as this moon, which I won't go into because it would get all astro speak on you, and I don't want to do that. I want to make this very accessible to everyone who listens. But all that to say, there's just a lot going on. We have Pluto engaged, we have Mars engaged. Later on, we're going to have Saturn and Uranus engaged. So this is just a big time. And we have eclipse season twice a year. But this year is especially amplified because it's going to be happening as we go over a Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde starts this weekend. Good note to self, back up, your files, make sure you don't buy any new technology for the next few weeks. Just being aware of that. Also, I always like to caution people, be careful who you're sending the email to, be careful who you're texting, make sure it's going to the right person. It's one of those kind of energies where you might send something that's kind of personal and vulnerable and send it to the wrong person, and that's not good. So I would just offer to you all those little things that we think about through Mercury retrograde, but also, keeping in mind that these things happen to help us to get where we need to go. Mercury retrograde happens 3 times a year. It has a lot of drama around it. People get very uptight and worked up about it, and it's kind of like, oh, that Mercury. And what you have to realize is it's actually a reset from the universe. It's an offer to kind of move a little slower, consider our actions a little more carefully. And if we have time, if we have that privilege and luxury to actually slow down and take some time to really reflect, if you're a journaler, journal. If you like to interact with music in some way, whether you play an instrument or just like to listen on the radio, listening to music or playing music can be really, really helpful through this time. Just things that will help you kind of get in that reflective state. Sleep is even really good over the next 3 weeks with Mercury retrograde. So anytime you're sleeping, you're dreaming, you're allowing your body to rest and your brain to process, which is really, really helpful. So those are the things I would offer to you. But it is a very stressful time. So if you're feeling anxious, you're feeling kind of heightened, you're totally in line with the energies. And even though it's difficult to move through and it feels like I just wanted to go away, I just wanted to end, I would offer to you to sit with those energies and try not to fight them as much as just reassure yourself, do all the self-care things, take baths if you can, read a book, watch a movie, try to move through things as gently and easily as you can. You can tell Mercury's doing all kinds of crazy things. My tongue is ahead of my brain, I think. Just move through it as gently as you can with yourself and with others too. Realize that people are going to be a little more agitated. They are going to be a little more vocal about what they're feeling, and it might rub you the wrong way. That is totally possible with this this full moon is like a full moon on steroids. It is intense. So as gentle as you can be with yourself, because it'll follow with the Mercury retrograde. So we've got a few weeks here where things are just going to be shifting and changing. We may see some big changes in other people's lives. We may hear some big news stories. So just being gentle and moving through as easily as you can, as embodied as you can, doing all the things, getting outside, feeling the sun on your face, feeling the wind in your hair, those kinds of things will just really, really help ground you right now. So I wanted to do my typical 3-card reading for you all for this beautiful full moon, to just kind of help you with aligning with the energies and having illumination of how you personally can move forward. If you followed my channel for a while, I do 3 cards. You can pick 1, you can pick 2, you can pick 3, you can pick all 3. You can wait till the end to pick your card, or you can pick it right now. Just follow your intuition. Use it as an intuition development exercise, and you will absolutely get the right message today. If you're watching this, you are meant to, and you are meant to get the message that really resonates for you. So I'm going to use my Hidden Realms Tarot. This is an oldie but a goodie. This one is it's really special. It's got a lot of fairy energy. I should say fae energy. And I don't know, it has a really warm energy to it. And I thought, I think that's kind of perfect, especially for this Sagittarius energy that we're moving through. So, all right, the first card we have is the Five of Pentacles. And in this card, you see two people kind of almost like one comforting the other. And this one is an invitation to comfort yourself. The Five of Pentacles often comes up for me around physical limitations, physical pain, physical fatigue, tiredness, just feeling really drained. So I would offer those of you who have picked this card, there's a real offer and an invitation, especially as we move past this full moon tomorrow morning. If there's a way you can find a little more rest, like even a power nap, like a 15-minute power nap, or something where you could just maybe cut your night off a little bit earlier, not kind of run full board to the 10 o'clock and then just crash into bed, that kind of thing. Just moving a little more easefully for your body and allowing your body to have that time it needs to rest and recuperate. Some of us can even benefit from going for a walk with this card. So this card really does come up around taking care of your physical body and just allowing, sometimes we get mad at our body, like, you can't be tired right now, got too much to do. And that card just offers, hey, can you find a way, even if it's only for 5 minutes, to give your body a little something. Drink water. That's also a good one for that card. Some of us just forget to drink water as we move through our day. So, all right, for those of you who pick card 2, we have the Page of Cups. And this card is so beautiful. It's a card of imagination, a card of play. And sometimes it comes up for me around spiritual practices, which I really feel right now is coming up. For those of you who chose this card, I would offer that it would be really helpful as we navigate through these next 3 to 4 weeks to really have a spiritual practice in place. And I think sometimes saying that, people go, I don't have time, but it doesn't have to be big, and it can actually be fun. Like, you can make a spiritual practice as easy as like, okay, I'm going to draw a card for myself. You have an oracle deck, you're going to draw a card for yourself every day and just have a nice little message to start your day. It can be as advanced as like, oh, hey, I'm going to meditate for half an hour, but you can meditate for 1 minute and it causes, benefits, and it helps your brain relax. For me, mantra meditation has been really, really helpful. I can do that for like 8 minutes and it really just sets the tone for my day. And it's so much easier for me to make my mouth move meditating than it is just sit there and clear my brain, which has never worked for me at all. So for others of us, anything with intention can be a spiritual practice. Like, say, every day I'm going to read 1 page out of a book I really like. And it's just going to be my time to really just check out from the world and just be present with me and do something I enjoy. Honestly, spiritual practice can be something, serving yourself with something that you really, really enjoy and brings happiness and fulfillment into your life. So 1 page of a book can do wonders for you. All right, and the final card, for those of you who picked card 3, we have, oh wow, the Fiery Stallion. And with this card, this is actually the Chariot in traditional tarot. For those of you who pick this card, this is a big card. You are upon a threshold of your life. So that's a big energy. And a threshold can be like a doorway. It's like you're standing right on that portal of the doorway and you're just about to go into another room. You're just about to go into the hallway. You're just about to go into another completely different space. And I interpret the Chariot as having this feeling of like leaving something behind. So you will be leaving one room and going into the next room. And of course, I'm talking metaphorically. I don't mean actual rooms, but that's kind of how I'm putting the picture in your mind. That there is something in your life that you're going to be saying, okay, goodbye, I'm done with this. And it might be a relationship. It might be a job. It might be moving house. But for those of you who have chosen this card, it's a big card and there's a big change. And if you don't know what the change is, or you're like, well, there's nothing really happening, it may be spiritual. It may be something where there's an offer to you to move in a new direction spiritually, or take a new class, or do something brand new that's going to light up your life and bring a lot of fulfillment and good into your world. So this is a potent card for those of you who chosen this. Not that the other cards aren't, but this is one that says, yes, there will be significant change over this next 4 weeks. And like I said, it may not be external, it may be internal, but there will be some sort of shift that when you look back at the beginning of July, you'll be like, oh yeah, there was a big change. Something has shifted for me in a big way. I love this card, actually. It's a really beautiful, exciting, there's a knight energy. There's an energy of moving forward. You can see the horse, you're moving forward, you're going somewhere, and things will not be as they have been, which may be very encouraging to some of you. So, because I have a feeling some of you who've chosen that card have been in a place where you haven't been happy with where you are. And that card is a promise that you are moving forward and you're leaving that behind. So if you want to explore any deeper with this full moon, you might want to book a full moon tarot reading with me. I will link it below. Also, any likes, comments, subscribes, I do a happy dance for each one. They make my day. I so appreciate those of you who watch this channel and follow me and follow my work. I'll also link my Instagram below. I do a free reading every day for everyone for the collective, which is really fun. It's a great way to see cards and also just get a free reading, you know, get some encouragement on your journey and to know where you're going and have some direction. So it is a delight to connect with you all in this way, and I'm honored for all of you that follow me and watch my channel, and I will be wishing you so many full moon blessings through this time. Enjoy it, move gracefully, and move through it as gently as you can. Lots of love, and I'll talk to you in the next video.